Good evening there, everybody. What is happening? Hopefully, you all are having a wonderful day today. I thought that I would talk about this fight that is now going to be upcoming, I believe, sometime in May, maybe May 22nd. I can't remember the date exactly, but there's going to be a fight between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, and I'm very excited for this fight, as I'm sure a certain amount of you guys are as well. Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez have been two of the top dogs at 140 for quite a while now. This 140-pound division, in my opinion, has been very talented, more talented maybe than you can argue that it has been in a certain amount of years. Not too long ago, that division was filled with Amir Khan and Danny Garcia and a certain amount of other fighters there, and that division was pretty talented as well. You can argue that this is even more of a talented division, debatably. Well, that's debatable, but this certainly is an improvement from the Terrence Crawford reign of 140, and that's not me trying to discredit Terrence Crawford. He unified the division. He deserves a lot of credit for that. But I don't necessarily think that the levels of Julius Indongo, Thomas Delorme, and Victor Polstor are on the same levels as Regis Prograis, Jose Ramirez, and Josh Taylor, because these guys are all A-class fighters, in my opinion, at least when it comes down to it, especially in 140 pounds. So these guys are no joke, man. They're all very decently talented and very complete fighters. Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, both very competitive, both have their strengths. I do believe that Jose Ramirez has a little bit more weaknesses than Josh Taylor, so personally, I believe Josh Taylor is most likely going to win this fight. But when it comes down to it, would I be surprised if Jose Ramirez were to win this fight? I wouldn't be surprised at all. I've seen a certain amount of people, especially a lot of these, a lot of the LDBC and a lot of the new media channels get after Jose Ramirez because at one point in time they were supporting Regis Prograis over him. And then Josh Taylor came out of the woodwork and they thought Prograis was going to beat him, but then Josh Taylor overall actually ended up surprising him. But when it comes down to the overall bottom line is this is a very great fight. I think that both great fighters, whoever were to win this fight, obviously were to they would be to unify the 140-pound division, and who they would face after that. Well, it depends on who wins. If Jose Ramirez wins, then maybe he should face Regis Prograis. If Josh Taylor wins, I would say it would be time for him to move up to 147, and then maybe he could face a Danny Garcia, maybe he could face a Sean Porter, something like that. We could really see maybe if he can fight at 147 or something like that. Maybe he can first fight at Aegis Velasquez or something like that. I don't know. Just a tune-up fight, because jumping in there with Danny Garcia or Sean Porter immediately would be quite the task. So it is what it is. But that being said, very interesting fight, very great fight. I think Josh Taylor overall is a very well-rounded fighter. He can box on the outside, he can box on the inside. He has decent speed, decent power. Does get hit a little bit too much. It's kind of same with Jose Ramirez, but I believe he's a little bit better defensively than Jose Ramirez is. So it's going to be interesting, man. This fight is 50-50. I'm still going with Josh Taylor. Maybe 60-40 in favor of Josh Taylor, but I don't know if I want to go that far because Jose Ramirez is quite the opponent. So whoever wins this, man, depending on who wins, once again, if Josh Taylor wins, I want him to go up to 147. I think that would be a great spectacle. I think that would be great to see. If Jose Ramirez wins, I'd like to see him face Regis Prograis, and then after that, go up to 147, because there basically wouldn't be any more business for him there. But anyways, when it comes down to it, either way, I think we're going to get a great fight. I hope it's a great fight. I don't think that there's any other way I don't think there's any way that it won't be. Both of these guys actually, believe it or not, like to fight on the inside. Josh Taylor can box on the outside, but when it comes down to it, there's certain times where he prefers not to, and he prefers to actually outsmother his opponents, so he doesn't get overworked by his opponents. He did that with Regis Prograis, and I'm wondering if he's going to do the same thing against Jose Ramirez. Perhaps not, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's really about it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think on this fight. I think it's a very intriguing fight, as I'm sure many of you, ladies and gentlemen, do as well. That's really about it for today. Thank you so much for watching.